surfing, a classic beach activity. You've seen it, you know it, you either love it or hate it. Howdy, Meowers. My name is Shellie. Welcome back to the BlushCat podcast, and welcome to the beach episode.
Aloha, everyone. My name is Devin. Shellie, I love your name. It's so on brand.
Thank you. It is with an IE, just so everybody knows.
Okay.
And why don't you go ahead and explain what we're doing today?
Okay, everyone, it's time for the beach episode. Have you ever seen or known about, the ubiquitous beach episodes? It's when during a show, a lot of the times apparently during anime, but I feel like I think Friends had a beach episode once upon a time. People do this thing. When you want to have, maybe a bit of a filler episode, you're not going to go on with the main storyline. Everyone's just going to go for a trip to the beach and have a vacation. That sort of episode. That's what we're doing today. How do we do that with a K-pop podcast? Well, let me tell you. We're basically playing the association game to a degree that we played for Halloween time with costumes and candy, or for Valentine's Day with gifts. But this time, it's all about the beach. Sand, sun, surf, you name it. So basically, we have a lot of activities that you can do at the beach. And we're going to be trying to name an idol or two that we think would do this activity at the beach during the beach episode. We're imagining that there's a whole bunch of idols all at the beach for the beach episode. Everyone's like split off, doing their thing. What would certain people be doing? But we're not really thinking like, here's a person, what would they do? We're thinking, here is a thing that can be done at the beach. Who would do it?
Right. So make sure to kind of picture each idol at the beach, as you said, together. Create the beach episode in your head, and it will be like this, idol megaverse, and they're all at the beach having a fun time.
Yes. I hope that that's what you do, because that's what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah. So, should we begin now? Well, let's just say you have probably noticed our changes. If you didn't hear our last episode, you can listen to that because we explained the visual changes that you might have been seeing on our channel.
Yes. Get there for all the backstory and details.
Yes. So, which activity should we begin with?
Okay. I feel like we should start with, I don't know, the first one that I thought of when I was thinking of stuff for this. This episode just sort of popped into my mind. I was like, we should do a beach episode.
Okay, so what's that?
Wait, before we start, let me just reiterate. We've said it for the other association game episodes. So if you've heard those, you're already prepared. But if not, we are thinking of this, of the idols and the associations on the spot. We didn't prepare it ahead of time. We prepared the list of activities ahead of time, and the idols we will be thinking of now.
Yes. My brain is so completely empty right now that I'm ready to just hear the word and associate. Let's go.
Perfect. I'm afraid I'm gonna be struggling. I don't know. I feel like nothing's gonna come to mind.
Oh, I'm sure that I will be struggling as well. I'm sure I'd like to think of an idol, but I won't think of any because suddenly I won't know anything about K-pop anymore. So
probably gonna think of an idol, but then the actual totally obvious best idol will come later when the episode is over. But anyway, the first thing that I thought of that someone might do at the beach during a beach episode was volleyball.
Okay, a
beach
classic
volleyball, if you will.
Beach volleyball.
Yeah. So now's the time where we have to think who would play volleyball, beach volleyball, at the beach during the beach episode. And we can think of some of these things, they kind of have multiple people that would regularly be involved in them. We can think of different, more than one person if we want. It doesn't have to be I think this one person would play volleyball.
Okay, right. So
Like we could even go like group if we really wanted to.
okay, all right, that's fun. Yeah, let's just share. I think whoever we think of. If we think of more than one person, let's just include them in the beach episode.
Definitely.
So the first person that I thought of right now, Doyeon from Wiki Miki,
Oh, okay.
because she's tall. She seems like she would play volleyball at the beach. Yeah.
That's okay. That's good. That's good. I'm not. No one's coming to mind. I don't know. Oh no, not that person. But I should definitely use them for something for the beach episode. Yeah, like someone that's sporty. Someone that I feel like only would like they'd. It's like sports. Where that direction? Okay, that's where I'll be.
Yeah. Which idol is that?
I don't
Sports.
know.
That's where I'll be. Let's try to think.
I feel like there is one.
Yeah, like I feel like there's probably. I mean, I think Roni played volleyball.
Oh, okay,
if you want
iconic.
to associate by actual idols who have played volleyball before.
Also, everyone, if you're wondering who Roni is, once again, check out last week's episode.
I kind of am thinking Jacob from The Boys, but I've seen The Boys do beach volleyball before. I've seen them do a lot of activities on the beach, so I'll probably definitely think of a lot of The Boys members just because I've seen it.
Yeah, my brain has been going to the boys as well, but I definitely cannot pick Jacob for this because he's got to be somewhere else on the beach. Like his beach episode moment is somewhere else for me. I guess I'll go with I'm gonna go with.
Oh, I've thought of another person, Unsa from WJSN. I can definitely see like all of WJSN on the beach, and she's sporty, so she'd probably do that for a little while, maybe. I don't know.
Randomly, without any discretion, I don't know why, I'm gonna say Yeji from ITZY.
Okay, all right, that's kind of interesting. I thought of another person while you were thinking of somebody, and that's Jaeyoon from SF9. Now, he kind of reminds me of Jacob, and I have no idea if he has any association with volleyball in general, but I'm thinking maybe a team of him and Roni, because I know SF9 and Pentagon are friendly groups with each other, and then Unsa Doyeon, because I know Wikimiki and WJSN are friendly groups with each other. So there we go. I created a beach volleyball game.
Nice. Okay. That's perfect. We should move on because I didn't think of anyone good.
Okay. What do you want to move on to?
Oh, okay. Why don't we go with a classic grilling?
Grilling. Okay. I've thought of somebody immediately.
So this is like grilling on like a barbecue, everybody.
Yes.
Okay,
like,
who did you
You
think
know,
of?
like Sims, like I always picture it's like, what beach grilling association is there? I don't know, Sims. I always just think of like the little Sims grills at the park, and it's like somebody starts making burgers for like the entire community. So yeah, I thought of Dale from Golden Child.
Oh, okay. I was actually hoping that you would think of Dale for Golden Child at some point so that I could call him Dale. Because that's what I call him, Dale. But anyway, there's always somebody in the group that's in charge of grilling. So I could just pick them. But wouldn't they have, like, in some circumstances, wouldn't they have something else they'd rather do? So I have to think of someone who would voluntarily be like, out of everything to do at the beach, put me in front of the grill. I don't know. I told you guys I was gonna be bad at this today. Like, I want to say someone from 17, but I really can't put my finger on who it would be. I'm thinking of someone, but I feel like you're gonna be like, what? There's no way. But I'm probably gonna end up saying them anyway.
Okay.
My other thought was Suga from BTS, but I really think he's fitting for something else. But I'm thinking, I'm looking for someone that's like wants to just sort of sit back and like not really like do something, but they're not doing nothing. They're grilling. So I was going to say the 8 from 17. Is that crazy?
Wow, really?
Yeah, exactly. See, that's what I thought. He seems like he would be like, let me just do the grilling.
Okay.
I don't know. I
I
know
mean,
it's terrible.
I was sort of starting to think scoops, but I don't know if that's actually even like, I don't know if I could fully picture that. Like, if I'm watching the beach episode right now in my mind, is scoops grilling? I don't know.
I think he's not personally, but you know him better than me.
But I definitely like you were saying, like there's a lot of people that could fit. Like the groups always have like the member that grills, but it's like I don't really know the best fit for the beach.
Yeah, like do we go with Jamin from NCT Dream? I don't know.
Yes, I could picture that. He would grill at the beach probably in this world.
Okay.
I feel like we need one more really good one.
Okay. Do the girls ever grill? Like, I haven't seen very many girl group content pieces. So I don't know like who, if they like have them, grill meat and who it is.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like,
It's not as common.
Well, it is as common, I guess, but maybe it's not always as common to have a specific person that does it.
Oh, okay.
But it's like they do grill.
But they wouldn't be that's not where they would pick at the beach episode. I mean, there's probably someone, but I can't think of who.
Who is it? Somebody from Kepler. Their parents.
Oh gosh, I
their
don't know,
parents
man.
own a place. Somebody, I've seen content before, and their parents owned like, a place where they had to grill. So they would grill meat, and it might have been somebody from Kepler. Yeah.
I like that backstory. We don't know who it is, but it's like if I knew the person, I'd be like, okay, that's a good choice.
Yeah, I can't remember who it is. Yeah.
I honestly also low-key kind of want to just say Shonu, but it's like, how would he not do like one of the more physical activities, like one of the swimming or water activities? I don't know, but it's those types of people that I'm thinking of.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess nobody else is coming to mind because, like, nobody specifically, because too many people are coming to my mind.
Okay, then let's move on. Why don't you pick what we go to next?
Okay, let's move on to like the in-water activities because you referenced swimming. So we're talking about swimming. We're talking about floating, like bringing an actual like inner tube or like, the big unicorn floats or something like that to the beach, or playing with like a toy in the water.
Yes. So just like who's hanging out in the water, and we can specify like what type of hanging out in the water they're doing. Okay, right away, when you had mentioned Kepler, I thought, oh, well, I'm not going to be much help. Pretty much the only person I know is Hikaru. And then I thought, Hikaru would be one of the water people. Like, I just feel like she would, and I don't know much about her, so correct me if I'm wrong. But I feel like she would be, because she seems so active, so like full of energy. She would want to be like in the water doing something. Like, I feel like there's actually fewer people than you'd think that are going to be picking the in-water activities versus, like, sand activities.
Yeah, I can see that. Like, she would like to, like, splash around. Yeah, that sort of thing. So, I don't know. I kind of actually, I picture, like, a lot happening in the water. Somebody specifically though, I don't know, maybe Bomgyu from T by T. He would have, I feel like, the same like rowdiness in a way, or like, playful attitude at the beach.
Okay. I feel like I can see like a Just Be person, like maybe Gunu. I could see him as a floater.
A floater?
Yeah,
okay,
like he's got like sunglasses on, he's got like a drink in his hand, and he's like floating, but he's like in the ocean.
Okay.
For some reason, I feel like Just Be has that vibe for some reason.
Maybe Jongwon from 17.
Okay.
I feel like he would do all of the water activities. Like if there's a water sport, he'd be doing it. He would be splashing, he would be on like the biggest float out on the ocean or like the sea. Yeah, I don't know. It's just so common to see like the grilling, like people like idols playing in the water.
Yeah, yeah. Another one is Kong Daniel. I think specifically like that water toy aspect you were talking about, and or like water sports, like if there was volleyball that they were playing in the water, that sort of thing. Definitely, because I feel like in the past, in like programs, if there was the option to be in the water, Kong Daniel was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, I'll go. So yeah.
I think maybe one last person I could think of, because I can definitely picture her at the beach, but I don't know if this is the exact place she'd be hanging out. She might be interested in some other stuff, but I'm going to say Yuna from ITZY.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know where I'd place her, so I can't really dispute that placement. Okay, let's go on to the next one. How about a classic, one of the ones that I think is really has a lot of potential here, building a sandcastle.
Yes, a classic. Now, I have instantly thought of somebody. It's like one of those ones that's like I can't help but think of somebody the minute making a sandcastle is brought up, and not even because I've ever seen them do it, but Jihyo from 9i.
Okay, yes. I feel like he has a whimsical heart, that fits. That definitely fits.
I mean, I saw him making the Minecraft Lego thing, and so he likes, I feel like, activities like that, perhaps. I can just picture it.
I'm picturing someone who I feel like also has a whimsical heart, but maybe this is too like you said, building the Minecraft Legos. It's like there's another whimsical heart activity that's going to be coming up that might be better for this person, is all I'm saying. That it requires less like, I'm building something. But I'm thinking Gisok from DKZ.
Okay. All right. I mean, sure. I can picture Gisok in the beach episode.
Absolutely.
Like he has to be there. He can be doing so many things.
I think so too.
Him and Jihyo are the same age. They'd get along.
Oh my god.
I thought of somebody else, and that's Ray from IVE.
Ooh, okay.
Because she likes, aesthetic, pretty things. I feel like she'd make a sandcastle for the vibes, and I feel like it would turn out really nice.
I love that. Let's throw one more one in here. Well, okay. It's hard because I think of people, but then I think, no, I should pick them for something else. So maybe I shouldn't throw them in here. I'll just think of someone else real quick. How about, call me crazy, it's random, Tae-Ray from ZB1.
Okay, sure.
I just feel like he's so we'll just hop right into any activity. It's kind of like other people are building a sandcastle. He's like, why not?
Okay, I can see that. Now that you bring him up, I can actually picture him doing like a floating activity.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
Also, actually, Sok Matthew from ZB1 as well. I could see in the water. Or the sandcastle.
Okay.
Honestly, the ZB1 people are getting more beach oriented to me the more I think about them.
Yeah. I mean, they just had a very summery comeback, so maybe that's why.
True. That's true. But yeah, Tae-Ray, he doesn't seem like some of these other people seem like they would just be quietly making a sandcastle of their own volition. He doesn't seem like that, but he seems like a community sandcastle.
Okay. So maybe we should go to a different activity, like collecting seashells.
Okay, that's perfect segue, because that's the other one I thought Gisok would be good at.
Yes, I was that's why I went to that, because I thought that I can definitely picture that. He just would for some reason.
He just would.
Yeah. So who else? Maybe Joy from Red Velvet. I feel like maybe I'm like completely wrong and I don't remember, but I feel like she might have something to do with that in the Hello music video, and that's why I'm associating her with that.
I could believe that.
Yeah.
I mean, all I remember are like fields from that video, but I think I would believe if she makes it to a beach at some point, definitely.
Also, okay, Sauna from Twice.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I just like her and Shells just fit.
Yeah, like why does that seem like that, like she has a connection there?
Yeah.
Okay. How about we're gonna go with a little bit of Brian. Brian from Ampersand 1.
You know what? You're not wrong. I can see it. Yeah. Because he's like very calm, and he'd like, maybe wander off a bit down like the shoreline, and he'd come back later. He'd have like a bag full of shells, and he'd be like, "Hey guys, look what I found."
Definitely, yeah.
That was a good one.
Thanks.
Everybody's listening to this episode, like all the idols, and they're like, I would literally never do that, but okay. This is the beach episode. It's beyond the real idols. It's just our associations. It's like
this is like an alternate universe.
Yeah, just imagine it. Have fun with it.
Definitely. Okay. Now that we're having fun with it, let's go with one that I didn't specify this when we were thinking of our list, but I'm going to specify it now, okay?
Okay.
It kind of has a split. It can go two different ways. Sunning. Now, what I meant by this was like you're laying out, on your towel, your blanket, but I didn't specify whether it's deliberately trying to get sun versus laying and you have like your sunglasses on, your hat on, you're under the umbrella and you're reading a magazine, that type of thing.
Okay.
So we can go both ways.
There's so many idols that would fit.
I have one immediately for the I do not want sun vibe. Ricky from ZB1.
Okay. All right. Fitting, probably. I can think of somebody who would honestly probably want the sun, but would not really want to be affected by like the rowdy goings on of the beach. Okay. That's Meon from Idol.
Yes, definitely. I feel that. Okay. Well, who else is like, okay, no, who would be I feel like sunning just in general in Korea is not going to be something that we're going to feel like people feel like doing. But there's got to be someone that would, want to partake the slightest bit.
I've got another he would. I like, okay.
He would.
Like he would definitely do some like other activities like grilling. I know he's a griller, but new from the boys. I have seen, like I said, beach content plenty of times with the boys, and when they were doing volleyball, he was kind of not feeling the volleyball at all. So he would like sun or like lay out to avoid those sorts of activities.
I get that. That seems very fitting as well.
Somebody that actually might want to, lay out in the sun for the actual sunning aspect. Yoonjin from Le Sserafim possibly has that kind of vibe. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, maybe. I mean, this is our alternate universe, so maybe that's as close as we're going to get. I don't know. I'm not opposed to that.
I kind of was like failing to remember the Le Sserafim members, but I can definitely picture them in the beach episode.
Yeah, me as well.
I feel like I just actually like maybe thought of who you were thinking about, or what activity you were thinking of for Shuga, but I don't know, maybe not. I was just looking at our list of activities again, and I'm like, I can picture that.
Okay, well, where to next?
Let's do frisbee because it's kind of a random activity. It's not going to happen at every beach, but it's an activity.
Juyeon from The Boys.
Oh, okay. Okay, sure.
He's definitely in the beach episode.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I was like, does he go in the water? Does he go in the sand? Does he go with the sports? So Frisbee. I'm just picking Frisbee.
Okay. Maybe Chris from Blitzers.
Okay, definitely. I'm seeing it.
Like, I honestly, sorry, wasn't thinking of Blitzers. I know, shock. But, they've got to start getting in this episode, right? They would
Absolutely
be in the beach episode for sure.
Yeah. I've been considering someone here and there, but I didn't find the right fit yet. But Chris with Frisbee seems good to me.
Mm.
How about a spicy Minnie from Gravity? I don't know, he just seems tall, and tall people seem like they would play Frisbee to me.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm having a little bit of trouble picturing it, but it's not it's not the wildest thing you could have said.
Okay, well, the wildest thing I could have said, how about this? How about a little bit of, the wildest thing would be Rose.
Okay, that's probably true. That is, I was not expecting that. Honestly, can't see it, but I'm not saying she wouldn't do it.
I'm not picking that. I was just trying to be wild.
Oh, okay. We need to think of more people for Frisbee. Who would do Frisbee? Somebody from Luna? Lucemble?
No, Billy.
Billy, yeah.
I think the Billy girls would play Frisbee together.
Yeah, I was thinking Billy, but I couldn't think of a specific person. But yeah, you said, the whole group could do the activity. Yeah. Okay, Billy would do Frisbee.
Like, they seem like they do a group, like I can totally see them being, like, sticking together.
Yeah. I think maybe, like, one more person that I can picture doing Frisbee is Park Han-bin from Even.
Oh, okay.
Like, I feel like he would go to the beach to do Frisbee, not to, like, be at... Well, like, he would be at the beach, but, like, I feel like he would also just go to do Frisbee.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe he would never. But I'm picturing it. He's there in the episode. Remember, we've got Roni playing volleyball. We've got Dale grilling. We've got Terry making the sandcastles with Jiho and Gisok. And maybe Park Han-bin is playing Frisbee right near Billy. Who knows?
This is an iconic beach.
Yeah, it's like, must be some sort of idol-only beach. I don't know. So I can actually also picture Han-bin doing some other activity, Park Han-bin from Even once again. So let's transition to that. Sunscreen reminding.
Okay. Yes. Now this one, guys, maybe seems a little forced because it's not really like an activity, but it kind of is.
This was my idea.
It's kind of more like a brand, like you're that type of person.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like explain it a little bit more. Explain your vision.
It's just like when you go to the beach or when you see content at the beach episode, there's always somebody who's like, don't forget your sunscreen. I've got the sunscreen. It's time to reapply your sunscreen, right? Which is important. So
absolutely.
I think it should be an activity that's included. And I can picture Park Han-bin being like, okay, guys, it's time to reapply. Let's go, line up.
Okay. Wow. Who would I pick for this? Honestly, this might seem really weird, but I kind of feel like just because of this sort of like it's not even that he's sort of that, like, there was a previous episode where I called somebody like a mom, like they had like a mom vibe. This person doesn't even have that, I don't think, but I feel like they'd have it in like a memeable way. Like they'd specifically keep reminding people to be like acting the part. Ju Honey.
Okay.
Like I feel like it wouldn't be in his heart and soul to be like, I have to just make sure everyone remembers to put their sunscreen on. But he'd be like, clap, clap, everybody, like, remember to put your sunscreen on. And he'd be like doing it like as a thing.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I know the vibe you mean.
Okay.
Let's think of like one or two other people who would be doing this. I don't know. Honestly, it's a little bit of a difficult one, but I feel like it's definitely a character in the beach episode.
Maybe someone from Ive?
Yes, I would agree. I was trying to think who in Ive, but I'm not quite sure specifically who. Maybe all of Ive would be very cautious about that.
Yeah, I feel like it's like more of a general group thought
Mm-hmm.
than an individual person.
Yeah.
What about no, I think this person would do it individually. Never mind. Like I think this person would liberally apply sunscreen, but I'm not sure if they would necessarily remind the other people.
Okay.
Shaw from Blitzers.
Oh, yes. Yes, I can picture it.
Like he'd be like the level of like has like it looks like a white film like over his skin.
It would be very classic. It would be a pivotal
Yes.
moment in the beach episode.
Yes. I don't really know like of like other instances though.
Yeah, me neither, but don't forget it.
Don't forget your sunscreen.
Okay, so what other activities are happening on this very busy, idol-filled beach?
Okay, let's bring it down a notch, bring the energy down because it is very busy. Fishing.
Fishing.
We've got a subset. We've got a subset of people that are fishing. Maybe they're standing and cast in a line. Maybe they're sitting and they've got their poles propped up. Whichever way you want to imagine it. I'm thinking that, yes, this is where Suga belongs. He's sitting and he's quote unquote fishing.
Of course. That's not the activity I was thinking of because I kind of glossed over fishing when I was just re-looking at the list. So I can actually picture him for something else, but of course, we've seen him fishing. He would be fishing at the beach. But alongside Suga, Jin.
Exactly. I can also see that girl from WJSN with the pink purse.
Dayoung.
Yeah. Just hear me out, okay? She's fishing. She's got her fishing hat on and she's like in the water, throwing the line and just like really celebrating her catches.
Oh, yes. I can picture that. I mean, she's all over.
Yeah.
Like she's got everything under her belt at this point, and she would like, get the biggest fish in the sea.
Yeah, definitely.
Like maybe similarly, I'm thinking Bomi from A Pink or somebody like that, like somebody in a girl group who's like, I can do this activity because I grew up doing this. I don't know if she has like
that background.
Yeah, I don't know if she has that background, but either her or somebody like that I can't remember.
Yeah, I feel like Somi.
Yeah.
Like I feel like she would be that vibe.
Yeah.
Like I've been fishing with my dad my whole childhood.
So I can picture that, and also I can picture Honey doing this.
Oh, okay.
Like, I don't know if he fishes, but I can picture it.
I can picture it, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you want to go next?
Ooh. Okay, let's go to metal detecting.
Ooh, okay.
Because this is the other activity I was thinking Suga might do.
Yeah, it's definitely got that vibe. Like, I feel like it's either very like I was saying with some things earlier, very like whimsical heart vibe, or very like old man. It's one or the other. I thought I had someone in mind for this one earlier, but I can't remember who it was anymore.
How about Wonu from 17?
Oh, okay, sure. I don't know who I was thinking of, but I did actually remember someone that I forgot to say for one of the other things because I was holding it, holding onto it in my mind. We've got to go back. Woojin for building a sandcastle.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Definitely.
I mean, the model planes, it all connects, same sort of vibe.
I feel like he'd definitely be at the beach episode, so I couldn't forget that.
He would be, and I don't really know why, but he like definitely would be there.
Yeah.
I have actually thought of an entire group that might participate like in metal detecting at the beach. I don't know why, but I can picture ONF going to the beach with their metal detectors. They're very, you know, harmonious as a group. And I feel like it's like random of enough of an activity that I can like, you know, picture a whole group being like, you know, we're going to do this like activity together. So why not ONF?
I think that's really funny. That's great. Yeah, I think either someone has to have a passion for it, or yeah, it's like a let me do this for fun. And if you're gonna do it for fun, I feel like it makes more sense if it's like a group, like commitment.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I didn't really think of anyone.
Okay.
Maybe Jonghyun from DKZ.
Okay. I mean,
I don't think he has a passion for it, but I think he'd be like, sure, why not?
yeah, he might try it out. Like if he
Yeah.
sees somebody doing it, he'd be like interested. I don't know.
That community aspect, like it's like a Tay-Ray thing.
Yeah, I feel like they're actually kind of similar in a way.
Huh.
Now that you like bring them up together like that. So what other activities are going on?
Why don't we go back to the water for a moment?
Okay.
Surfing.
Surfing, a classic beach activity. You've seen it, you know it. You either love it or hate it. Surfing. Who would surf in the beach episode? Somebody. Okay, Vaughn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good one. I was thinking like, how do you think of anything? Because like the obvious thing comes up so much because I saw like the boys with surfing imagery.
Yes.
So like I'm going like Eric. Like he just seems
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
But Vaughn is a good one.
Thank you. How about I don't know. It's kind of difficult, but like I can also picture like it's a classic activity, you know? Like I can picture a lot of people doing it, but like who would do it in the beach episode? That's what this is about. We're trying to figure it out.
Oh yeah, for some of these like I'm forgetting that even though I'm associating them with that because I'm trying to pick like who would go with that, they might have something that they'd go with better.
Yeah.
But like I can't think of anyone better to go with that.
Yeah.
But like what about that one girl from Wiki Miki? When I was
Definitely
watching
Wiki
Wiki Miki
Miki.
Mohe and they had that water one, you know? And there was that one girl and she seemed like really like ready for it, like the water.
I'm not
I don't know them,
remembering who you're referring to.
Like do you remember the part at the beginning where they were like doing the pushing
Yes.
thing? Someone that was like dominating during that game is who I'm thinking of, I think.
Probably Rena, Ellie, or Suyeon, maybe.
That sounds right.
Okay, I can definitely picture Wiki Miki surfing though.
Okay.
I am also picturing Da Won from WJSN, not to be confused with Da Young, who is fishing. So I can picture her surfing. She seems like she would be interested in that. Somebody from N hyphen. I don't really know who.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
They seem like they'd surf. Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of surfers.
Okay. Yeah, like you can't have the beach episode without surfing, right?
Yeah,
Like especially if you're thinking of an anime, it's like they've got to be surfing.
It's perfect.
Okay. So,
Where are we going next?
oh, me? Okay. What activities do we have left? How about, the fire?
Okay,
The
we're going to
fire
the
at
fire.
the beach.
Now, everyone's been waiting. They're like, when are they going to talk about the fire pit? There's always a fire pit. There is always a fire pit, and there are multiple different activities that could be done at the fire pit because you can just be chilling at the fire pit, or you can be the dude playing the guitar at the fire pit.
Yes.
We also could add, if we wanted, like roasting things over the fire, so s'mores, like marshmallows, hot dogs, like that vibe. But I don't know if we are feeling that or not. But I'm definitely feeling Jacob playing the guitar at the fire pit.
Of
Like,
course.
obviously.
Of course. Jacob, we know he's always looking for an opportunity to bring his guitar. So, of course, he would bring it to the beach and he would, relax the mood a little bit. They've had a long day. They've all been doing a lot at the beach. So he would, of course, be there with his guitar. I can't help but picture like Mark because of, chilling in the dream and stuff like that. So he'd be there with his guitar probably.
They'd have dueling guitars.
Uh-oh. I can maybe picture like Ha-young and a couple of other From Us 9 members like sitting and enjoying the fire, laughing, having a, chill evening on the beach by the fire.
Okay.
Maybe also Donghyun from AB6 would be playing his guitar. Now we've got like 3 people with their guitars out, or do we have 3 maybe separate fires?
That's what I was just gonna say. Maybe there are 3 separate fire pits. I am definitely gonna think of someone that is not playing guitar and that is just sitting at the fire, and then I'm gonna say who that person is, and I'm going to have contributed to the fire vibe aspect. I'm right about to do it. Maybe Jinho from Pentagon?
Okay, like just sitting around the fire.
Yeah,
I can. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Okay. Thanks.
You're
I
welcome.
tried.
All of Pentagon can be there. Like the separate fire pits can be group specific even, who knows. I'm also feeling, and I can actually picture some of them from like some other activities that we did already talk about, but I guess I kind of wasn't picturing them when we were talking about those activities, but I can see Weekly at the fire. I don't really know like the exact vibe. I think they'd want to do some roasting.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah. So I think they'd hang out around the fire and yeah.
Okay, well, the fire pit one is giving me a little bit of, not trauma, but, it's a little bit, that one was rough for me, so let's move on.
Oh, okay.
Well, I was so confident with Jacob and the guitar, but then when it came to, like, just chilling at the fire, I was like, oh my god, I know no one. Why don't we go with another one that I have absolutely no ideas for, but surely it won't be as hard. Flying a kite.
Okay, a fun beach activity. Maybe you've flown a kite at the beach yourself before. If you have, leave us a comment. Have you ever flown a kite at the beach? Have you ever flown a kite at all? Let us know.
Yes, please do. Okay, so for this one, I'm thinking we've got to go with someone from 9i.
Okay. I agree, and I'm on the same line with like group vibes of Blitzers and DKZ.
Okay.
Sorry to jump in on that, but like I think we can think of somebody specifically from 9i who would do it. Like those groups though. I mean, I've seen Blitzers flying a kite before, so it's a little skewed there.
You cheated.
But 9i,
Yeah, like who in 9i and why can't I think of everyone? Maybe Sawon from 9i?
Okay.
I also can see him as a sunscreen reminder now that I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
And also, now that I think of Sawon, it reminds me of Boys Planet. Sungmin from One Pact. I think he could be a kite flyer.
Sure, yes. Who else would fly the kites at the beach? I don't know. Maybe I kind of can only half picture this, but like Silgi from Red Velvet, Yeri from Red Velvet, they might get into some kite flying in like an aesthetic sort of way.
Right. Yeah. See, that's where like I agree with you, because that's what I was thinking too, is like kite flying. It almost seems like it's not necessarily going to be the most fun thing probably, but it's like got such an aesthetic vibe to it that some people would just be like, they'd be there for that aspect.
Yeah.
So I can see that.
Like I'm picturing Oompa Oompa like vibes. They're out there, at the beach, and they're like, ooh, let's fly a kite,
Yeah, like it's a pretty calm activity, but it also has a little bit of a challenge element to it.
That
you need
whimsy.
Perseverance. Yeah,
Stacy.
Oh, that's a good one. They actually really have kite flying vibes.
Yeah, like I'm thinking stereotype vibes, and I can picture kites.
Definitely. But you know what else? Now that we bring up Stacy, well, are you ready to move on?
Yes.
Okay, so I feel like they could also fit, or someone could fit, for this next activity, burying in the sand.
Okay. Sure.
I can see, like, I'm not sure who'd be getting buried. I don't know all of their names, but I feel like Yoon would be a barrier.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I can picture that. I can also picture Q from the boys.
Okay.
Once again, skewed. Okay. I've seen the boys literally burying each other in the sand before. I can't remember if he was doing the burying or getting buried, but I can picture him burying somebody in the sand.
Well, some of these things we just can't, we can't ignore or separate them, okay? Like we've seen Suga and Jin fishing. So sometimes, yeah, you're going to pick the thing you've seen the person do. It makes sense.
I can also totally picture Byung-gon from CIX, and he would like to start off like being like, oh, I'm going to bury you guys in the sand. But no, he would end up being the one who's getting buried.
That's funny. That's a cute, like got an actual storyline element to it for the beach episode. I can see that. I feel like, and my intention was to pick the one that's getting buried, but I keep thinking of barriers instead. I can see Jae-chan as a barrier.
Oh yeah, yeah, I can too.
Like someone would fall asleep. Like Mingyu would fall asleep on the sand, and Jae-chan would just start burying him.
Yes, another great storyline. Honestly, DKZ, one, such a great group.
True.
Two, they really fit the beach episode, and like all of the members, I can definitely picture doing a variety of these activities. Like Sehun, come on, he totally belongs in the beach episode, but we haven't brought him up at all.
Oh yeah, he could be in the, well, I mean, I think he'd be in the water as well, but I was gonna say he could be in the like sunning but not getting sun category.
Yes.
I could totally see that.
But like Jae-chan, he would definitely get involved in all sorts of, like he would do the grilling like I was mentioning earlier. I can picture that because he has grilled. He would be playing in the water and doing the burying because they're a little bit like, playful, but he would also be like sunning to try to stay out of it because he'd be like, all right, I'm over here minding my business. I've had enough.
Yeah, like some of these people are so fitting for the beach episode that they could be doing multiple different activities. But okay, we are running out of activities. We've only got a few left. Which one do you want to go with next?
Let's do boating.
Okay. SpongeBob. No, sorry. Just, I don't know, when I hear boating, for some reason, it just sounds like you're talking about SpongeBob. I've got it. This is the first time that I'm thinking of this person. They could have fit for some other things as well, but Chunla.
Yes. Yes, there are some things that you just cannot help but associate Chunla with them. Does that make sense? I don't know.
It makes sense to me.
There are, some things where you just look at it and you go, who would do that activity? Chunla from NCT. And I definitely agree he would be on a boat at the beach with his sunglasses on.
Yes.
Of course.
Absolutely. I'm thinking of another one here. This one really off the beaten path for me. Sunmi.
Okay, sure.
I don't know
Why
much about her,
not?
but I'm feeling that. I could see
Okay.
her on a boat.
I am thinking this could be another place where the Le Sserafim members would be.
Oh, okay.
Like, I can picture Chaewon on a boat, like, enjoying the sort of classier beach experience.
Exactly.
But also, her members are there. They're having a fun time still, and it's an experience.
I think that's the perfect way to describe boating.
Well, thank you. I've actually just thought of one other person, or I guess group, who I could picture boating at the beach during the beach episode. Minho from SHINee, or like SHINee in general.
Okay, that's
Similar
yes.
to Chunla in a sense, like, but kind of with the sportier side of things for like Minho. It would be like, like, I don't know.
He seems like he wears polos.
Yeah. It would be that vibe, but they'd have a good time once again.
I was thinking of SHINee here and there. I didn't know where they would fit. I didn't know where to place them, but that seems like a good place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we are down to our last two activities.
Okay.
I don't know which one to save for last. I guess right now, why don't we go with one that's maybe a more, you got to be at a specific beach, but tide pools, or exploring tide pools. I had one in mind already for this, and I've since held on to another one that I thought of. So obviously RM from BTS, definitely a tide pool explorer. Gotta find those crabs. And I'm thinking, honestly, I don't really know why. I just kind of thought maybe like the quirky, like up close exploration aspect. Kyrell from Ampersand 1.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah. I can picture that.
Like, I definitely think he could do other things too, like, some of the more active things. But I just thought, this is for the people that are like, just want to like, explore a little. They want to like poke around like, ooh, look.
Okay. Those are good ones for sure. I really am having some trouble picturing specific idols for this, but at the same time, it's like I've seen it. Like, I've seen idols do this before. So you'd think it wouldn't be that difficult. Maybe Doyeon from Just Be is out there.
Yeah, that seems like it has the same vibe.
Yeah, it's like a similar to Brian with the seashells thing that I'm getting. Like, after you said that, but I'm like, he would kind of maybe be away for a while and then come back and be like, look at these things that I found.
I'm not disputing that in any way. That's a good one.
Okay.
I'm surprised that I haven't once associated Bane from Just Be with anything yet.
I know, right? I was like waiting to see. He's just that guy. He just fits so many things. But we don't want to discredit him from the beach episode. He has to be there too.
He's got to be there, but where?
He's like that character that's like there, but it's like, what are they doing? We don't know. I don't know. He's got to be at the beach episode. He needs something. Okay. He could be a sunscreen reminder.
Oh, yeah, definitely. He definitely could be a sunscreen reminder. Okay, well, our last category of the day, writing in the sand.
All right. Another classic activity. We've seen idols do this all the time. It's so heartwarming, right? It touches your little fan heart when your idol writes in the sand, and they write the group name and they write the fandom name and they put a little heart in between, right? Yes. Okay. So who would be doing this?
I feel like there's like definitely like a lot of people.
Yes, like it's true. We've seen it so many times. There's just so many people who would do it. There's a lot of artsy people. There's a lot of, I want to do this fun thing type of people.
I've got one.
Okay.
Kino from Pentagon.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
Like, you got to think of the people that think of the fans first.
Yeah. Yeah. I am actually on like like, just a random, I think they do it to make the cute little picture
Ooh,
type of vibe. Espa,
Oh,
as a
okay.
group, I could picture doing that because I feel like they would be in the beach episode, but we have not really considered them at all.
They could be boaters.
They could be boaters, that's true. But I can picture Espa doing that. Uju from Blitzers.
Okay, okay.
He's very artistic. I think he would want to do that type of thing.
I'm not sure if I'm overcooking here. Minhyuk from Monster X.
Oh, okay.
I feel like some people might say like, oh no, it would be somebody else in Monster X. So I'm not sure.
No, I can picture that. And we also definitely need Minhyuk in the beach episode because, like, okay, anime vibes.
Oh, definitely.
Like, he needs to be there.
How about Liz from IVE?
Sure. I'm picturing it. She's there. She's trying to not, get in the way of Espa. She's trying to not get in the way of Minhyuk. She's like, she's there with them, though, doing the sand writing.
I feel like I'm getting into the category of just sort of like throwing out names of people that I think, yeah, maybe they do this, but it's like not actually close enough that I'm like, I'm getting a little,
You're not feeling it as much anymore?
Yeah, well, it's like it's like, do I know these people well enough to really be assigning them to this task? Like it's getting to be that vibe where it's like, well, sure, she would write in the sand, but wouldn't she definitely be like this person more so?
I feel like maybe Renjin would do the sand writing. And I don't know. I don't know who else. I wanted to say, no, I don't know. That doesn't fit in my mind.
I'm going to throw two groups out here that I don't really know much about at all, but I think like maybe there is a specific person in the group that would do it. But if not, I just feel like at least someone from the group would, but like I do not know the groups.
Okay.
But I'm definitely feeling the sand writing vibes for Boy Next Door or Winner.
Okay. All right. I'm having a very hard time picturing Winner like doing that, but I'm not saying they wouldn't. Boy Next Door, though, I can definitely picture that because you're right. They do have the vibes.
Okay.
I really wish I had like one more like good one, but I can't think of anybody. So I guess I don't have anyone else.
That's fine. You had a lot of good options for other ones.
Thanks.
And for this one, you had good options too. We tried to think of, multiple people for each one so that we had at least like hopefully one in there stuck, like hopefully there was like one per category that was like, oh, that's spot on. But yeah, I mean, that's all we had. If there are any other beach activities that we straight up didn't think of or consider, I'm sorry. We thought of as many as we could.
Yeah, you can let us know in the comments what activities we should have included. You can let us know the people that we associated with like certain activities that you thought fit the best. Like, share your thoughts. Who do you think would do the activities that we talked about in the beach episode? Do you want to watch the beach episode? Did you already watch it in your mind? Let us know all these things.
I feel like I watched it in my mind.
Me too, honestly. But also, like you said at the beginning, I feel a little bit bad because I feel like the really good associations are going to come later. And I'm going to be why couldn't I think of them when we were actually doing that episode? Because it fits perfectly.
Yeah, or there's going to be a person that I'm specifically like, oh my God, they totally belong in the beach episode. And I just forgot to consider them.
Yeah, that's such a bummer. Like, I totally, there's some people that I just completely fail to consider, and I always feel really bad about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people, okay? A lot of people.
I do think we did a decent job this time, though, at getting, like, a variety. There are lots of idols at this beach.
Yeah, it's a big beach.
So, if you enjoyed the beach episode, make sure to please like the video on YouTube. And if you are not subscribed to the BlushCat channel, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. You can also follow BlushCat on Spotify and check out all of our official K-pop playlists. I would recommend the Sunny Day playlist or the Summer playlist.
I'd recommend them as well.
Thank you. So that's it for today. Everybody remember to stay meowing and enjoy the next BlushCat episode.
Yeah.
I guess.
And thanks for listening, guys.
This has been Shellie.
And me. Bye.
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.